Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a couple of days. That seems to be the norm right now. I seem to be only streaming once every 3 or 4 days, roughly, if that. I'm a busy guy. I have busy stuff to do, unfortunately. Life would be easier if I didn't have a full-time job, but here we are. So today we're gonna be doing some Caesar 3. I finally finished the cursed mission. Carthago is gone. I no longer have to go back there. I got some cool comments from people who wanted me to do the other half of the Carthago mission, Londonum, I believe. But I probably will do the other half of these missions at some point. Just like I'll probably do the other half of the Pharaoh missions that I didn't do at some point. It's just kind of squeezing them in. These games take a lot of time to play. I think this is where we were at. This is right at the end of Carthago. And, yeah, it sucks, because these are a lot of fun. These games are a lot of fun, but it takes several hours just to do one mission. And that makes it rough. That makes it rough to plan. Maybe if I just repeat every word twice, I'll it'll emphasize the point. But we have been promoted to a deal here. So that's great. We saw all this last time. It's all cool. It's all great. Marie, hello. No, there's no echo in the room. It's just me. So we have two choices here. We have Tingis, a dangerous province, and Tarsus, a largely peaceful province. So this is where we were at the end of the last time I played Caesar 3. So we just have to decide... Is this one? Yeah. Where we're gonna go. And we're gonna do this the way that we've always done this. We're gonna do this with a coin flip. So we're gonna say... I don't know. We'll just say heads for Tarsus and tails for Tingis. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's go. All right. Tingis it is. Great. Like, I didn't have enough wars. Like, I didn't have enough of fighting in this game. That's okay. We're going to go to Tingis, a dangerous province. The good news is I believe that this is a not an arid province, which means we will have a reasonable amount of fires rather than way too many fires. But let's see what we have to do, shall we?
Expansion west has ended at the edge of the world. I want a major Roman city built at Tingis,
excuse me, 8,000 people? Wow.
To guard the approach to Hispania. Various forces throughout Africa and Mauritania resent our presence and will object strongly when they realize that you are blocking their passage north. Expect steady raids by nomadic tribes and possibly more coordinated attacks by the wild Numidians. Tingis has no iron mines. You must trade for weapons. I have commanded Carthago Nova to sell you all that they can spare. Open a route to them as soon as you are ready to establish your legions, which will be early in your city's history if you are wise. Because I expect your attention to be adequately occupied in building a large city and fending off frequent attacks, your rating requirements are modest.
Our rating requirements are modest with 50 peace rating. Prosperity is not that hard. Culture is not that bad. 55 favor is also not that bad. But let's get in here and we can see what we're dealing with. Alright. So what are we doing here? Okay. So we have some farmland over here. We have like a cool little like mountain here in the middle of the map. And it also looks like we have some farmland down here. That is a actually reasonable amount of farmland, I think. So what can we build? What can we produce? let's see. So we have clay pits and lumber yards for furniture and pottery. That makes sense. Is that it? So I assume that we're going to have trade routes for pottery and furniture. Ooh. So this is where we buy our weapons, so we're going to have a dock almost immediately. And Caesarea here as well. We're going to have to open this up. This will be a good place to start our trade, but I think this one's more important because of the pottery and selling the weapons. I think the game is telling me that I'm gonna need to build a big army and fast, so I should probably focus on getting some weapons soon. Okay. So I think the most logical plan is to start our city somewhere in here. We have a coastline here for a dock. We have some water here for clay and clay pits. All the things that we may need. It's just a matter of building and preparing. Okay, so... Actually, this looks like a nice little square right here. Is that actually perfect? Hold on. No, not quite. It's that. Alright. I should probably pause the game, but it's fine. So this is going to be our starting block of housing. We're gonna have, let's go ahead and cut off this road so we don't have wanderers. And we're going to build 2 prefectures, 2 engineers posts. There we go. Water, religion. We're gonna need a line of temples. Actually, we may put them down here. Well, no, we'll want them everywhere. We'll just kind of do something like this, I guess. And we'll put another one up here. We are going to want to come down here and get food, though. Food's pretty important. But we may just build a couple slum houses down here to perpetuate the food. So let's go ahead and put a line of housing, housing. Farms here. We'll bring this up like this. And we'll put a house here. Extend this road ever so slightly so we can get a prefect and an engineer's post down here. There we go. That should keep that stuff from collapsing. Alright. Alright, I think this is a nice little start. We'll set up the granary up here. That might be a little close, actually. Let's set the granary back a little bit, like that. There we go. I think that'll work a little bit better. And we'll go ahead and just fill this middle area with gardens, just to keep desirability high. So once we get a little bit of food in, once we get a little bit of a better idea of what our population looks like, we'll start with our industries. Because here's what we're going to need. We're going to need a dock. In fact, I'm just going to build a dock. We're also going to need a warehouse for pottery. Do I set it up as just pottery? Probably for now. I may want to change that to furniture as well if I start having to, like, sell a bunch of furniture. But we'll see what happens. Let's see, I can kind of see... I guess I can see my unemployment down here without the Senate. That's kind of a nice thing about the Julius mod, is that I kind of have a little bit of extra information than I normally would. And we're going to go a little bit nuts with this. We're going to build 2 clay pits, and we're going to build 4 potters. It's maybe a little bit much, especially because we don't need pottery right now, but if we're going to be selling a lot of it, then we're going to have to get that. And we're going to go and open up this trade route. We're going to sell... we're going to sell all of our pottery for now. That might be a mistake. It might not be. We'll see. Time will tell. Now, this is a pretty small section of housing. We may need to build a second one. But I kind of like the, one fountain block of housing. Maybe we could try to do that elsewhere as well. Maybe, like, up here. Maybe. It's contemplation for another time. Our farms are bringing food in. That's great. And we could drop a well here. It doesn't mean much. These houses will never really amount to anything, but we'll get a few extra people in there at least. Just a couple. Alright, and now we also need a couple markets. There we go. We have a bit of a worker shortage. We're short 67 people, 77 people. But once the food starts rolling in, once the houses start upgrading, I don't think that'll be a problem. And Ceres is happy with us, which means our farms are growing much more quickly, I believe. Well, when they have actual people working them. Yeah. It may be... I wonder if this granary is too far away. It probably is a little bit, because you don't really want these wheat farms to sit here at 100% all the time. But at least for the moment, we're just going to do that. We don't really have the population to spare to build a whole bunch of extra granaries. But eventually, we'll probably want to build a granary down here to collect all of this food as quickly as possible. And then it can get transferred up to this granary or wherever we want it to go. That's the theory, anyhow. Or, you know, Mercury could just summon a bunch of extra food to go in our granary. That also works just fine. Turns out making the gods happy is a pretty good idea. Who would have thought? Alright, so that should provide plenty of starting food for our city. We should be able to upgrade all of these houses. Nice. So they have religion, they have clean water. Next is entertainment. You may want to hold off for some people to move in before we start building some entertainment buildings. But let's plan for this anyhow. We'll do something like... Okay. Well, the gods are very happy with me. That's great. So Mars will protect us for our first battle. I wonder where we are going to get invaded down here. I assume we're probably going to get invaded from the south. I could be wrong about that, though, I suppose. Probably... it's probably got to be down here that we're going to get invaded, right? It seems like the most likely location. We'll see. That is one thing I wish the game would do a little bit better at, is, like, showing you where... Maybe not exactly where the invasion points are, but, like, where the game, quote-unquote, thinks you're going to get invaded at. That way you can plan your defenses a little bit easier. Alright, so unemployment is improving. We can go ahead and build an actor colony now. Smooth passage for traders. And they will pay me double during this time. Nice. I don't really have a whole lot of exports right now, but that's a good little gift from the gods. But we'll just set up an actor colony and a theater here, just to give these guys a little bit of entertainment. It's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot of entertainment, but it doesn't have to be. So I haven't seen any pottery just yet, but I think my industry is mostly where this unemployment is at. So hopefully as people roll in, and there's still a lot of people rolling in, that problem will resolve itself. We're also going to put this engineer's post over here. And just to stop people from dying of the plague, we're going to drop a couple of doctors and a bath. There we go. And I think these guys will need education next? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw a school down too. These first few levels of housing are super easy to build up without requiring a lot of employees. Once you start getting to the point where you need a bunch of industry, that's when the cost of upgrading the houses with, like, as far as, like, the people factor, that's when it starts locking in. Because you gotta have people to work the industries. The industries, you know, make the products, and you have to get to the people, so on and so forth. So these guys need a bathhouse. They will get a bathhouse. They also need pottery. But we should have plenty of people working now, so we should start getting pottery in. We can crank this up, I guess. Get a little bit of a backlog of pottery. But I do want to make sure that we're exporting pottery before I start importing weapons. We may even want to build more potters. I just want to fill up this this warehouse with pottery. But I also think we need more farms, because we got a big influx of people, and we're going to need more food. And soon. So we're going to do vegetables. We're going to do a line of vegetable farms. There we go. And then I think we are going to build a granary down here. Right there. And then we're going to have this granary get wheat and vegetables. I think that'll work a little bit better. It'll help the efficiency of these farms a little bit, because all the time they're sitting here at 100% complete production and waiting for the cartman to come back. That's time that they could have been used actually producing food. What are you getting at? Employees needed? Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So I can do what I was going to do over here and put another loop of housing here. I can put it like right... No, we'll put it like right there. This might be a little bit close. And we're gonna have like a weird, like, square plaza here. That's not gonna cause confusion at all and be horribly inefficient. But, you know, Do something like that. Technically, this road should be over 1, but it's fine. We're fine. This is okay. It's a little bit gross, but it'll be fine. There we go. Pop a prefecture here, and another engineer's post. Excellent. So is there like cool double wide plazas? Ah, oh, there is. Beautiful. That's great. You don't really want to see this in the middle of a city because it really confuses the people walking around. Because sometimes you'll just see them like walk around in a big circle, but it's okay. They'll figure themselves out, I'm sure. All right, so we have our first little block of pottery here. That's pretty nice. A bunch of people rolling in. We're also going to put a market down here. And we'll try to keep the gods happy. There's definitely a way to play this game where you just like go full on devotion and like the gods provide. The gods just run your city for you, providing you boons that make your people happy. Okay, looks like I need another school over here. We can do that. And then I'm probably also going to need another bath over here. Can I just... No. I thought maybe I could just, like, put baths near the coast to get water, but it doesn't look like it works that way. Okay. That's fair. I just thought that looked really far away from the reservoir, but apparently it's fine. Now, I am going to have a bit of a problem getting water away from this reservoir, because I'm going to have to either, like, snake an aqueduct through or around, or just build another reservoir. It's fine. We can just build another reservoir. It'll be okay. It's not a big deal. All right. So these houses are developing nicely. We're still waiting for the pottery. They'll figure themselves out, I'm sure.
It's more entertaining than the rest of this city.
How do our exports look? We're not really exporting a lot yet, but that'll change. I think I want to get more pottery production up, as I said, because I just want to fill up that granary, especially because we have not one, but 2 trade routes that buy pottery. We only have 1 trade route that buys wood. So I really want to really dish out the clay pits and pottery. So I think we're gonna do that. We'll go ahead and we'll build more potters. There we go. And here at the end, we'll put a prefecture and an engineer's post. Even though we're not in the desert, I'm still probably going to overbuild the maintenance buildings. I always do. It's just the way that it goes. I'd rather have too many or too few. I should probably put some out here, too. If I look at risks, I'll get a better idea. So far, it's doing okay. No likelihood to catch fire. That's good. Okay. Hello? No food. Well, the good news is our granaries are full. It's actually great news. Maybe I overbuilt on food a little bit. I don't know. But I'd rather have too much food than too little food, that's for sure. Alright, so what do you guys do? You need more entertainment. Okay, well, we can build an amphitheater over here and a gladiator school over here. That can work on entertainment. That'll help with entertainment, at least. Over here would be a good spot for my furniture production. We'll have to keep that in mind. I do need wood to cut trees, so I don't want to get rid of all of my wood. That would be unfortunate. Stormy seas. Sea merchants have been caught and their ships have been destroyed. That's gross. Okay, well. When did Neptune bless us? Oh, it was last year. Wait a second. It was last year. Neptune grants all of your traders smooth passage for the rest of the year. I still have another month of that left, game. Excuse me. How rude. And that was in September, too? Ugh, whatever. Whatever, game. See if I worship Neptune anymore. I need to plaza up these roads, but I don't think I'm going to just yet. What I do think I'm going to do is build... How much room does the barracks take? It takes about that much room. Alright, well, what I can do, I can put the barracks down here. And I can also put the warehouse for the weapons down here. Now, this will be a little bit odd, because I import weapons from the sea, so the dock workers will have to take it the whole way down to here, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal. It shouldn't be disastrous anyhow. And let's also build a couple of forums to get my taxes going. Everybody loves taxes. It will at least generate a little bit of extra income. I probably need more forums than that, just to fully saturate the houses, but it should be fine. They'll figure it out. What I'd like to do is build, like, my Colosseum right here. I think that would be aesthetically pleasing. But we're not quite to that point yet. Alright, let's open up this second trade route. Ooh, hello. I lied. Okay, so we still have some years yet before they attack us. Yeah, let's go ahead and open up this trade route. That'll help us offload some of our pottery. And we should start importing weapons, but weapons are so expensive. For now, we're just going to build a unit of javelin men. We're gonna put them down here. Okay, I lied. We're gonna put them like over here. Alright, unemployment is a little bit of a problem. I think we're just gonna get rid of some of these houses for now. We're gonna get rid of, like, that cluster of housing. I don't really feel comfortable building up another industry just yet, because we're a little short on money. once this pottery starts rolling in, once we start selling it, we should do pretty well. But with the stormy seas that we're just constantly getting, that's part of the reason why I wanted to open up that land trade route, so that we can actually sell our pottery across the land rather than having to worry about the water, especially if Neptune isn't going to help us. Speaking of, how mad are the gods? They're not mad at all. Perfect. Yeah, in order to import just 4 weapons, that cost us $1,000. 1,000 Pharaoh bucks. Or Caesar bucks. We're not playing Pharaoh anymore. They're not Pharaoh bucks. So, you know, to equip an entire legion of, what is it, 15? 16? I think it's 16 soldiers. To equip an entire legion of 16 soldiers, that's, you know, what, 4,000 Pharaoh bucks? Caesar bucks. It's 4,000 Caesar bucks. Sorry, words are hard. Don't worry, I'm sure eventually we'll be invading Egypt, and then they will be Pharaoh bucks. Do you need more entertainment? I think we probably need to build a theater down here, too. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw, but, like, that actor, like, came this way and, like, turned and then just, like, did a big circle before walking away. 18% unemployment? Come on, game. Settle down. We could produce even more pottery. I mean, we do want to sell the pottery. It's not an outlandish idea. No, we're not going to sell any more pottery. Let's build... I don't know. I'm looking at that military academy and weighing my options. Nah, let's do it. So here's the thing. This isn't, like, it's not like I'm at risk of going broke. If I run out of money, Pharaoh will sass and complain, and then I'll get a bunch of extra money from Pharaoh. And by Pharaoh, I mean Caesar. The words are interchangeable at this point. The thing is, though, is that, like, I try not to do that as much as possible. I fail horribly at that, but I try not to rely on the generosity of Caesar. Because obviously, like, you're given a lot of money when that happens. And, yeah, so Caesar wanted pottery. Fortunately, we have plenty of pottery to go around. So what we could do, we could set up the furniture industry, I guess. I worry a little bit because these houses will upgrade again. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, these houses will upgrade again when they get furniture. But, yeah, we need to use our people. We have such a surplus of population. Do something like that. 1, 2... And then over here, we'll put the furniture workshop. We need more, though. 4? Eh, that's technically too few, but it's fine. Put a prefect and an engineer's post in here. Why? Oh, that's not... I must have grabbed Plaza by mistake. Oops. Wait. If I do this... Yes. I could put a furniture shop in here. And an engineer's post there. Perfect. And we could put a warehouse. I don't know. Like, here, I guess. Which would just be furniture. There we go. A little bit chaotic, but we made it work. It just looks a little jank, that's all. Alright, how does our income look? Kind of not great, honestly. Only 70% of my pops are registered for taxes. Of course, I'm not importing anything yet. Okay. I may just have to bite the bullet and get my money from Caesar. How does our tax income look? Where are... These houses aren't registered for taxes. Right here? Okay. So, I do need to put a forum, like, here. I think that'll work. Okay, and that did soak up a lot of our unemployment. So let's go ahead and expand our housing a little bit. Re-expand our housing, I guess. Now, we are technically one short of the ideal number of workshops. In Caesar, you want 1 for 2. So you want 1 raw material for each 2 workshop, and that will about cover it. I think there's 1 pottery workshop here that's like getting inconsistent clay amounts. I'm not really sure why. 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should work itself out eventually, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's 5 to 10. Maybe I need another clay pit. Whatever, it's fine. It'll grow back, I'm sure. But we're getting plenty of pottery in. We're selling lots of pottery, which is great. We're going to start exporting furniture, and I'm going to just, for now, I'm going to sell all of the furniture we're producing. I don't really want my houses to be the next level consistently. Not really. Not yet. I want to establish my legions, my soldiers, my boys, and then we'll worry about that. And I think we're going to start... Right, we can't actually specify exactly how many weapons we can import. Okay, well, that's going to suck. We just kind of gotta import all of the weapons, I guess. Okay, fine. That'll definitely cause us to go into debt at some point.
Successful voyage. The profit from this place makes the seasickness bearable. A good day to you. Can I interest you
Oh, we're selling lots of finished goods. We're making a little bit of money. I would actually go as far to say that we're making a decent amount of money now. See, we made 3,800 last year, or this year. I guess this is this year, yeah? Yeah. Our taxes are coming in. Things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. It's just we're also going to start getting weapons in, and that's going to really drain our resources. Because weapons are expensive. Weapons are very expensive. But I'm liking this town so far. I'm liking the layout of it. I'm liking having plenty of room. I'm liking everything not burning down immediately when I look at it funny. It's nice, it's nice. We still have a lot of growth potential in this area. We're still struggling to get entertainment consistently across the board, which I think that would go away if I built another theater, like here-ish. Well, we might as well do that and see what happens. Because I think what's happening... this one is supplying this theater, so they're going like this. And I would have thought that this would eventually have the theater goer head down this way, but probably not. No, actually it's probably not the theater. It's probably the amphitheater access. Yeah, down here is the amphitheater access. Over here is the theater access. So we probably need another amphitheater down here somewhere. But we can worry about that later. Eventually we'll want to build another block of housing down here. We'll probably bring water up from the south, maybe? We could just bring it over from here. I don't really know about building over too close to the borders, though. We've learned our lessons with that. We don't want to build close to the borders. The borders are dangerous. Let's put a school here. Our unemployment's going up a little bit. That's okay. We'll compensate by building a Senate. Where do we want to put the Senate? Maybe you could just put it over here, I guess. I kind of like the idea of the Senate being down here-ish. The idea being... Yeah, Stormy Seas. The idea being that we're eventually going to put more housing down here. And I want my Senate to be kind of centralized. So what if we did this? We'll put the Senate here. We'll move this school over here. It's a little bit... no, that's actually probably a better spot for the school. And then when we're ready to build another cluster of housing down here, we can kind of just make a road like this. But we don't have to worry about that right now. And we can put our Coliseum in here, which is what I want. Why do I want that? Because we're probably going to need multiple Coliseums? I don't know, but hey, that's what I want, so that's what we're going to get eventually. Alright, let's stop importing weapons. This is going to be a little bit of a weird thing where we, like, constantly stop and start importing weapons because... Ow, my bank account. But, we'll make do. We'll make it work. Now, eventually, we may even want more pottery. You use so much pottery in this game. You still don't have education? No, the children are heading up this way. The children yearn for the timber yard. Alright, let's get rid of this school and we'll move it down here, I guess. We don't have any mines, so they can't yearn for the mine, so I guess they have to yearn for the next best thing. Alright, so these places need libraries and desirability. I'm not quite to that point yet, though. So it's okay. No, the children are still going up into the industry areas. We may have to just build 2 schools over here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. 16% unemployment. What's your problem? No food? I mean, there's plenty of food. This market seems like it's struggling to get food. I mean, we'll probably have to build a granary over here at some point anyway, so you might as well build a granary over here now. Plop down a prefect and a engineer's post to keep them from falling over, and then we'll get the goods. And that should help supply them with a little bit more food. We will eventually want more food, more farms, but there's plenty of room down here for food. Especially with the layout like this, we could just connect all of this into the network and it'll be great. It'll be very good. Alright. Enemies closing. Seems likely they will attack us soon. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll build our legionaries. Let's make a little bit more room this way. Our city is going to expand into this area, so these forts may still be a little bit close. Enemies at the door. Expected to attack within the year. I wonder if this is multiple armies. Whoa! This is 100% multiple armies. Okay. Let's build another javelin. We'll build another javelin then as well. We definitely have multiple armies coming in. Hopefully the first couple of invasions aren't that bad. Surely they can't be as bad as the Carthaginians, right? The Carthaginians were one of the, like, historical enemies of Rome. So, surely they will be particularly dangerous, and these locals won't be quite as bad, right? Am I coping? Maybe a little bit. Oh, 16% unemployment? Gross. Alright, let's drop the Colosseum. And we're also going to want a lion house? Where do we want to put that? I guess we could put it down here. Like that. All right. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so we can go nuts on wood the same way that we went nuts on pottery. Because we have plenty of people, we have plenty of workers. We might as well utilize them to make money. Let's go ahead and we'll build like 4 timber yards here. And that will give us plenty of wood for 8. Ooh, local uprising. Okay. Well, let's focus on this for the moment. Well, I was right in the location of this uprising. Down here. So we may want to plan on building some walls. Maybe, like... I don't know why I'm just deforesting this entire area while I'm talking. Maybe, like, some walls right in here to protect our farmland. In theory, they could go around, but they probably won't. So, this is not the enemies at the door June invasion. This is just a local uprising. So we'll have to keep that in mind. We ain't done yet. Sadly, we only have 6 legionaries. And the power of Mars on our side. Okay, we'll be fine then. Goodbye. Alright, goodbye, locals. It was nice knowing ya. Oh, wait, are they not done? They're not done. Hold on. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, knowing what I know now... I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did in Carthago and just assume that my army is going to be enough. We're definitely going to build some walls here. Despite the cost. What? Yeah, we're not doing that. We're doing that. All right. I love this game. All right. Can we actually get road access to that one? Yes, I think so. There we go. It's a little bit jank, but it works out. And we'll just, like, bring this road down, I guess. Now, I'm going to have to put housing down here. I'm going to have to, like, put a cluster of houses here. Actually, could I do something like this? Oh, wait, no, the other way around. Put, like, houses like that, and then, like, prefecture and an engineer's post in front of it. I wonder how that would work. Because, like, these houses would guarantee that these infrastructure things would get access to housing. And then the prefecture and architect would have no choice but to walk past these places to get home. I don't really know how much that matters in the grand scheme of things, but that might be something interesting to monkey around with in the future. Who knows? But one thing's for sure. Business is booming. These houses still need pottery. We may want to store up some more pottery and start storing up some furniture. I don't know how much that matters because we have a lot of pottery coming in. But we'll see. It just always seems like our traders lack access of a certain resource. It's not like, I love to sit here and watch, but dogs have to go to the vet. Catch you next time. Best of luck, Marie. Hopefully your trip to the vet goes well, and I'll see you next time. Don't feel bad about not catching every stream. That's why VODs exist. And if it's not something you want to watch, you don't have to watch it. Like, that's one of the reasons why I like streaming a variety of content, is because I know not everything is going to be for everyone, but surely something will be for someone. And, yeah, if you're busy or you can't catch something, it's okay. It's great. Or if you don't want to watch, that's also fine. So, see you next time, Marie. I went on a bit of a spiel there, but that's okay. We are going to need more schools. Build one there. We'll build one down there, I guess. You can always catch on YouTube? Yeah, that's true too. Okay. Let's see. I need some libraries. We'll plop a library here. We'll pop a library up here. Or down here. Up here. Right here. We'll pop a library there. And a library here. We'll do something like that. Ooh. I forgot how many people a library requires. Okay, so we may have to build a housing extension sooner rather than later. I'm sure having these towers down here doesn't help either. Oof, 141. Okay, maybe a little bit crazy, yeah. Yeah, let's not and say we did on the libraries. We'll just not and say we did. Because here's the other thing, is that I think, yeah, medium insulate. So I'm not going to build a barber from now on. I should emphasize from now on. I'm not going to build a barber anywhere where I don't want houses to upgrade into villas. We miss out on the large insulate, which kinda sucks, I guess. But it's better to miss out on the large insulate than to just have vast swaths of your housing turn into unemployable rich people. We don't want that. We don't want rich people. Not right now, anyhow. Not with, like, our main employment district, we'll call it. Alright, employees at the door. Gods are unhappy. That's okay. Let's go ahead and drop some more temples, shall we? There we go. I don't know how we missed that gap. Whatever. So, where do I want to build this next cluster of housing? Down here might be the best place. So, like, in my dream city, at least in this area, I want 4 clusters of housing. I want these 2, I want 1 down here, and then I want to put 1, like, over here somewhere. And then we could worry about, like, expanding. There's a lot of places around we can expand our housing to. But, this is going to be, like, our main city area. So first things first, I have to get water down here. Which will be a bit of a pain. Either I have to build up here, which I guess is as good as anywhere, right? Do something like that, I guess. Which means we could put a fountain there? Put a fountain there. Is that right? Oh, that's a new animation. Okay, so they're over there. Okay. I guess that does make sense. There's no easy place to put a wall over there other than putting a wall right here, which I guess is a thing I could do. Nubidian. Okay. I need to move this road out, like, one, before I forget about it. There we go. So we have, like, just, like, spear throwers and, like, stabby boys here. Okay. Oh, there they go. Man, they are fast. They're way faster than the Carthaginians. I don't think I can, like, strafe them the same way that I strafed the Carthaginians. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Alright, so we need to start importing weapons again, because I forgot to start doing that again. We also need to build up our housing down here. There we go. Put a prefect and a engineer's post here. I think I'm also going to put a road like this to the granary. I'm gonna put a market like right next to the granary. Ish. Put a like, I don't know, like there, I guess. And we can put another one over here. Let's see. They should be okay with religion, but we may want to just oversaturate with temples just to be safe. I don't want the gods to be mad at me. There we go. We have a school on every corner. The Colosseum being here will provide some entertainment, but we'll definitely want more. There we go. And then we'll also want a bath. A couple doctors. Let's see, what else are we missing? Taxes. I don't want to forget to tax the people. There we go. That would have been a disaster. Had a spam message in chat. Fortunately, that was not visible to anybody but me. Gotta love it when you see many spam accounts that try to peddle cheap viewers or followers. It's just a way to get your money, folks. It's not real. Improve the desirability, huh? We can do that. Nice. This is working surprisingly well. Gonna have to put another reservoir over here for a block of housing over here at some point. But I'm kind of liking these, like, small-ish, but not really tiny housing districts. We can even put some housing in here if we wanted to. I'm not quite sure how that would disrupt. If we put another market here, we could maybe get away with putting in some more housing there. I don't know, but it seems like a good idea. And then we can even, like, garden up the rest of that area. Make it look really nice. Beautiful. And then, once the food flows in, these houses down here will upgrade. It looks like it's about time to expand our farms, though. So, that should be a pretty easy fix. We should just need to add another row of wheat farms this time. Along with another prefect, and it's so nice having an actual decent amount of farmland now. After dealing with the mess that was the last few missions of, like, Carthago and the fishing mission, this is really nice. This is, like, super chill, and I don't want to say easy because we haven't beat the mission yet, but it's, like, really nice. Also plop a amphitheater down right here. I don't really know why there's already a dude juggling there because it doesn't even have people in it yet, but whatever, it's fine. Ooh. Furniture. There's gotta be something with this game compared to Pharaoh, where the markets just don't get, like, goods as efficiently as they did in Pharaoh. Which just constantly makes me wonder if I have to build more markets. I haven't really had much of a chance to experiment with that much, because... Oh shoot, we need water down there. Ooh. We should be able to get water here? Whew. I was a little bit worried there for a second. But that'll work just fine. That'll work okay. Plop some plazas down. We're struggling with money again. That means it's time to stop importing weapons. We have a fair amount of weapons now. I would like to get a second legion prepared. Maybe put, like, a second group of troops up on this hill up here. Or I could try to get some high-quality housing built up here. I think that would look really neat. Alright, we have a bunch of food rolling in. That's great. A bunch more food rolling in, I guess I should say. Hopefully that will be productive. But I'm liking it. I'm liking this town a lot so far. This is such a relief from the last mission. I can't even explain how much more comfortable I'm feeling in my shoes. Oh, look at the numbers that we got. Let's take a look at that. 53 culture, 22 prosperity and rising, 18 peace, 43 favor already. Well, I guess the 43's favor isn't great, but it's not the end of the world either. Getting 8,000 pops, though, is it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. Zipophoros, hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Welcome back. Is it time? Has Voices of the Void updated? Hold on. Nope, not yet. Not yet. I keep looking back at Voices of the Void and seeing if it's updated. It should be any day now. Yeah, it's been some time. It's been a rough time, perhaps. All right, we're still waiting for furniture to trickle in. And these guys need pottery. I'm probably going to have to set up a warehouse down here. Not really rough. I guess that's fair. Maybe rough wasn't the best term to use. Let's move this amphitheater over. Ooh, I forgot about these guys. God, they're attacking over there again. Now, I'm starting to see a trend with the way these guys have been attacking. It does seem like I should probably put troops over on this side, yeah? Ooh, there's a lot of them there. Just plop some emergency walls down here. Maybe we can get them to funnel in to where we want them to go. These guys are fast, too, so I want to get my troops into place quickly. $10 pottery for Pharaoh? Or Caesar? Yeah, we got that. Alright, pull back a little bit. Oh. Yeah, you can't really juke these guys the way I juked the Carthaginians. That sucks. I mean, at least these guys seem a lot weaker. It seems like the javelins can kind of hold their own a little bit. And the legions definitely can. They're not quite as dangerous as the Carthaginians were, it seems. That's good, I'll take it. It does kind of suck, though, that so far the 2 invasion points that we've had that have actually had armies were not where I built my massive wall at. But hey, that's okay, I guess. It could be worse. Okay, so let's put our amphitheater there instead. Because eventually I'm going to want a road coming off of this to build another cluster of housing right there. Although I don't know if there's really enough room there for a cluster of housing. So anyway, how has it been? I've been super busy at work, and you know, it is what it is. We gotta work to live our lives, and we gotta live our lives to work. So it's been that kind of loop. Even on my days off, it seems like I've been super busy, or busier than I want to be anyhow. But other than that, it's been going pretty good. Been enjoying my streams, been enjoying streaming. I've actually been enjoying streaming a lot more than I expected to. I wasn't expecting to get into it as much as I have been. I don't know, it keeps me... I don't want to say it keeps me honest, but it keeps me, like, generating content, I guess is the best way to put it. It keeps me moving. And it gives me something to do on my day off. Which is also really nice. Or I mean, even on my days on, I guess. Alright, well, let's go ahead. I guess we could put our forts up here. We could put a couple forts up here. Cool, the Emperor's happy. I mean, we could just put our forts over here. That way we have 3 legions over here, and we have 3 legions over here. That might actually be better. Do something like that. That way they're all over there ready to go. It's mostly the infantry that's the problem, because the legionary troops move super slowly, and they're the ones that pack the most punch. You guys are still struggling with pottery and entertainment. What entertainment? Oh, well, I mean, it looks like they just got entertainment. Okay. So what? Is it the amphitheater? It's the amphitheater. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to make sure that they do okay with that. But hopefully that'll work out fine. See, we're out of food over here, though. That's a little concerning. $3,000 people? We're almost halfway there. What if we... So here's my concern. And I'm not really gonna know very well unless I see these two granaries fill up. But my concern is that if these two granaries fill up, these cartmen are going to walk the entire length of the map to get to this one. And if they're going to do that, that's fine. But I want to make sure that they have an actual short route to take. So I wonder if I build like a road over here or over here. If that would kind of assist in that matter. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I'm looking at my pottery stock. I know we did just send Caesar a bunch of pottery. I am a little bit worried about how little pottery we have. And I mean, our unemployment is looking pretty bad too. How would we do this? If we wanted to build more potters. Could it work if I got rid of these? Got rid of those. I built a road here. I can put in the furniture workshops here, including one extra one. And then what I can do is I can put in 3 clay pits and then 6 more workshops over here. Ooh. Like that. Ooh. Excuse me. I want to put a workshop here. There we go. Like that. And we can also put our infrastructure buildings here at the end. Now, it's going to be a little bit inefficient. It's not going to be like up here where the clay comes out and just immediately jumps into the kiln, into the pottery workshops. They'll have to do a little bit of traveling. But I want to make sure both of these warehouses are full of finished goods at all times. Because we need them to be. We have a lot of people. Not only do we have a lot of people now, we're going to have a lot of people going forward. And we want to be able to provide them with enough goods for everything. Now, one thing we could do... We could work on trying to upgrade these houses. See, they're struggling with theater access. I suspected that was the problem. So if we build a couple libraries in here, a couple barbers in here, we can maybe get these houses to upgrade even further beyond. And we may also want to just, like, put a warehouse down here. Maybe over here. And have it get pottery and furniture. With another market. Just to try to make sure that this area just keeps getting saturated with the goods that they need. Because what this will do is they'll go out and they'll grab a shipment of clay or a shipment of pottery. They'll bring it back. They'll grab a shipment of wood furniture. They'll bring it back. Then they'll go back to the pottery. They'll bring it back, and so on and so forth until this is full. But most importantly, it will also make sure that these guys constantly have the finished goods that they need. Also, we have more enemies closing. It'll be a while before they get here, though. So that's okay. By then, hopefully we'll have an entire legion over here. We do need more weapons, though. So we'll go ahead and we'll import some more of those. Does the warehouse eat houses during a full moon? Probably. If I had to guess, I would probably guess that it does. Yeah, this place is just struggling with entertainment, too. Amphitheater access? Yeah. I mean, I could put another amphitheater over here, I guess. Seems a bit excessive, though, yeah? Do they have Coliseum access? No. Not even a little bit. This one corner house has Coliseum access. Okay. Alright, fine. I mean, I could put a second Coliseum in, I guess. I just kind of was enamored with the idea of this one Coliseum, like, providing for all of these people. But it's a little bit of a whimsical theory, I guess. Put another Coliseum down here. That's fine. It's not like we don't have the unemployment. We have the people to man it. Alright, so now we're gonna have a little bit of a conundrum. Because to get these houses to upgrade any further, we need oil. Which means the Americans are going to invade us. Bread and Coliseum? Yeah. Alright, let's let's go ahead and set up a warehouse for oil and a warehouse for wine. There we go. And we'll go ahead and we'll start importing oil. And wine. Two main needs of a Roman person, indeed. Ooh. Oh, they're actually invading at the place I want them to invade! Oh, I was worried that they weren't going to. Now, this isn't actually one of the invading forces. This is just, like, literally a random event of invading natives. Also, apparently these ballista towers really hate sheep. But that's okay. That's right, you take that, sheep. You get what you deserve. Could probably just bring these javelin men around. Can keep our legions back. They could be the final line of defense in case the enemies do get through. Hold on. Are you guys going around? No, they're not going around. Okay. I thought they were going to go this way, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Okay. That's right. You stab that stone wall with your stabby sword. Sheep-sighted. You don't understand. It's important that those sheep die. I don't know why it's important, but it's important nonetheless. Alright, we got them. They are gone. We will never see them again. Excellent. Alright, wine and oil. Now, I don't believe that these markets up here will actually get the oil because these houses don't need the oil. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong with the way that works. That might be a Pharaoh thing. It's hard to say. What do you have? Grain. Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue against it. It does look like we're going to need even more food, though. Well, right now I think we're doing okay with the food. What does the game suggest? We produce more than we eat. Okay. That's good. We can upgrade that a little bit more just by building more farms. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit nerve-wracking that we only have half of the population that we need, but we're already using over half of the farmland down here. As I peeked at briefly, we do have farmland on this side of the river, but it's not quite as plentiful, and we need 8,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's many people. And I really don't want to import... I don't really want to import food if I can help it. Alright, so these guys are going to start complaining about desirability because it's not desirable enough to live down here. We can just put a couple large statues about. See what we can do here. There we go, and we got our first villa. Now, there's some notes with the villa. I can't remember if I've mentioned it before, but I will mention it again. So, the villa, the people who live in the villa do not work. So they get removed from the population pool. The initial stages of the villas also do not house as many people. So you can see some of them are getting kicked out. Now, as these houses upgrade and become larger, that'll be less of an issue. But at least for the initial few stages, we will see a drop in population and a drop in employment. So I guess what we should do is plan on our next cluster of housing. Probably over here. Maybe like... right in here? I mean, that's probably fine. Still got stormy seas, unfortunately. Something like that, maybe. Panem, it's... I can't speak Latin. Bread and games, yeah. Thank you for translating. I appreciate it. Let's see, does that work? No, it needs to come this way a little bit. My fear about this cluster of housing... Hold on, I don't want to do that. My fear about this cluster of housing is that it's too close to our farms. But if these houses aren't meant to be super high level, if it's just to be workers, which is what my game plan is, it doesn't really need to plan to be super high tier housing. It's literally just workers to replace the ones we're going to lose when all these houses upgrade. Here we go. That also means we can set up a road down this way. So it gives us easier access to employment for our farms, too. Alright, let's go ahead and build a line of temples. Oh, so close. Here. I can't. It has to look nice. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright, so there's temples for the gods. We need to put in a market or two. I kind of like 2 markets. 2 markets seems to work really well. We'll want the school. You may want to put a school over here too, but we'll hold off on that for now. I think I want to take this road around. So I need this road. I need this road because this leads down to these these towers. We need road access to the towers so that they can continue to be manned by the barracks, which is up here. Otherwise, we wouldn't need this road, but for now we do. So we just kind of have to deal with it. All right, distant battle. We have more enemies of Rome approaching. You can see it right there, little swords crossed. That's okay. And slowly, very slowly, these houses up here are starting to upgrade. It will take some time, but I think / hope that they will upgrade pretty high level, hopefully. There is a limit to how high these houses can upgrade, though. They can only upgrade to the point where we need 2 types of wine, because we can't actually produce a second type of wine. So we're not going to be able to get the big, fancy, high-tier houses like we did in the last mission, but we don't really need those. We just need, you know, fancy houses to say that we have them. That's really about the beginning of and the end of it. That's about the only reason that you need high-tier houses, unless you have, like, a requirement to have them. Alright, so we're going to be attacked next year. That's okay. Alright, so all of our legions are full. We can stop importing weapons. Weapons are so expensive. It's funny, I can always tell when I'm importing weapons because I don't have a lot of money. And I can always tell when I need to start importing weapons because I get like 8,000 Caesar bucks. These houses are still struggling to get a consistent supply of oil, it looks like. Oil. There's not really a whole lot I can do about that. I guess I have markets that are getting oil and distributing it? No? Maybe some. Because I can't exactly stop the barbers from coming over here. That's okay, though. Is oil from the sea route? It is. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. Because we constantly are getting these stormy sea events, which are disrupting our trade, But that's probably disrupting the oil, too. That sucks. Yep, but we also have these guys here, which is just like a backlog of trade ships. It's just taking them time. They'll figure it out, I'm sure. I hope. Maybe. Honestly, this is fine enough for these houses. I don't really need super high-tier housing right here. But what I probably do need is more food. So let's go ahead and drop down some vegetables. Oops. Why does it do that sometimes? Sometimes when I click my button, it, like, follows where my button was going to be, like, before it, like, clicks down. I don't know, it's weird. And we'll put a prefecture and an engineer's post right here. There we go. So we could also probably put... Oh shoot, we ran out of money there for a second. Oops, that was the first time I ran out of money this mission. That sucks. I was trying to avoid doing that. Man, these evil barbers, they just go around upgrading all of my houses higher than I want them to be. That's okay. Whatever, they'll figure it out. I guess I should put another block of housing down here then, since these guys are going to upgrade even farther. Okay. So, here's what my game plan is. Let's put a granary over here. Getting food. Okay. We'll put that road back. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have like a little bit of like a jank section here with like this corner, but that's okay. Again, these houses are only here to provide workers, basically, so it's okay. Ooh. I went a little too far there. There we go. That looks a little bit better. There we go. Okay. So we'll plop a market over here. We'll plop another market, like... Here-ish, I guess? Sure, why not? And we'll also put a theater down here. Excellent. And a school. We'll put a second school, like... here. I do want to be really careful about this farmland. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of this farmland. I need 8,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And we also need temples to the gods, I guess. There we go. You're short 200 people. Why are we short 200 people? Because these houses are upgrading. And not only are those houses upgrading, but these houses are upgrading too. And those are like the last houses that I want to upgrade. These guys don't have access to a bathhouse. that could get us a few people, though. I'll put a bathhouse there. There. And... I don't know about that one, Chief. There. Yeah, I kind of felt the vibes of I don't have enough prefects in this area. Same with engineers posts, honestly. We're just gonna kind of plop them around, I guess. I don't really have any rhyme or reason for this. Alright, that was a library. Alright, we should have a lot of houses upgrading, though. It'll be great. And also, what'll be less great is the strain on the food supply. Although the game suggests that we produce a lot more than we eat, I have my doubts, we'll say. I don't know, maybe it'll be fine. I do have a lot of food being transported across the city. What do you guys need? You just need food. Okay. Food and desirability, it seems. We'll fix the desirability. I think that problem will sort itself out, eventually. Do I want to start trying to import food? I don't know. I keep getting stormy seas, and that's where I would... No, actually, Caesarea's where I buy meat. Oh, but the last time I imported food, it was such a pain. Because essentially what I have to do is set up a granary specifically to get that food, and a warehouse right next to it to specifically get that food. The market workers will not get food out of the warehouse. They just won't do it. It's like tainted. It's stinky or something. Who knows? Or would I want to do that? Down here would probably be best. Something like that. And then this will only accept meat. And this will only accept... This will only get meat. And then we'll put a... You know, the usual. The usual down here. Produce a little more than we eat. The worker shortage is concerning, but I think the worker shortage mostly affects our industry, which we have a lot of industry, let's be real. Alright, let's import meat. Honestly, we have so much industry, we could probably cut back on, especially furniture. Furniture is really bad. You have an entire warehouse full of furniture that we probably don't need. But it's fine. We are losing... 20 pottery? Alright. Alright, Caesar, settle down there. That's a lot of pottery, game. Like, I had it. It wasn't a problem. But that was a lot of pottery to just, like, flit away in the wind. Alright, these dentists are getting out of control. Now these villas up here. We have villas up here now. These barbershops are a menace. Some of these places need furniture. Some of these places need library access. And others just need access to a clinic. I can put a clinic down, I guess. Same over here. You can put a couple clinics down. Like that. Just to get these houses to upgrade a little bit more. Yeah, so here's the problem. For whatever reason, the granary has to pull out. Or the granary doesn't even go and get food from the warehouse. It's the warehouse worker that does it. And for whatever reason, whenever the warehouse worker does it, it only transports food one at a time. One thing of meat at a time. Just like that. How painful is that? Ah, I'm ready for you guys this time. These guys are way easier to deal with than the Carthaginians, that's for sure. Could probably even have these guys come over. I don't know if they'll get there in time, but might as well have the extra help, right? Oh heck, I don't think I've ever seen that animation. The legions are blocking the arrows with their shields. Neat. Get back, though. I don't want you being fired at. We'll move them forward once we know that the lines are going to be joined. Ooh. No, not you guys. The other guys. Get back. Oh, man, it's a disaster. Just get in there. Oh well, it kind of worked. We only lost, it looks like, two javelins. Yeah. That could have been a lot worse. We're fine. So here's the stacks of grain moving throughout the city. I haven't yet had an issue with the cluster of housing, like, downgrading from not having enough food. So maybe I should trust the game when it says that we are producing enough food. I just don't know if I completely believe it. That's a pottery problem. Which we just gave up a bunch of pottery to Caesar, so that kind of makes sense. Perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. Beautiful. I wonder if I should build a second warehouse for furniture. I'm a little bit worried that they may just start clogging up this warehouse down here. I don't know. Also, let's put a hospital in right there. Now, this takes a lot of people, 30 people, but it will make all these houses upgrade. Well, it'll make some of these houses upgrade. Actually, I take that back. I have a better idea. Let's put it over here. That way it doesn't upgrade these houses more. I may need one at both corners just to kind of maximize all of those houses, but whatever, it's fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Alright, well, while we have a peaceful moment other than our lack of pottery, I am going to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Alright, and I'm back. And suddenly we have 13% unemployment. That's because these houses are being silly. Let's see. So, these guys are struggling with entertainment. What entertainment are you struggling with? Coliseum access? I guess that makes sense. Is there a way to get better Coliseum access? What I could do, I could move the Lion House over here. Like that, I guess. Then the Lion House has to go through these two areas, basically, to get to the Colosseums. That's the idea, anyhow. And these guys need an academy. That's gonna be a little bit harder. I guess I could put an academy in here. I'll make some of these houses up here upgrade as well, but... Oh no, because these guys don't have access to a hospital because I put the hospital down here. Okay. So that might actually work out pretty well. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm a little bit afraid to put in another cluster of housing for fear that we're going to run out of food. But we're going to have to eventually. We're only at 4,500 people. We need twice this many people. I don't know how we're going to do it. Well, we're getting 3x3 houses now. These guys need a third type of food. That's going to be difficult, but not impossible. We could have this granary get meat, which should maybe... Oh no, because it's all going to go into this granary here. If we got rid of that, then it has to go this way. Yeah. It means this is going to be horribly inefficient. But it will mean that these guys will get a third type of food eventually. And yeah, I think my fear about this warehouse filling up with furniture is happening. Okay, so what do I want to do about that? I guess what I can do... I can put a warehouse down here specifically for pottery. That way I just have a warehouse for pottery and a warehouse for furniture. And these guys don't actually lose anything. Hey, Rip Ruben, how are you doing today? I'm really focusing on my my little city here. We're trying to, anyhow. Let's see. Not enough entertainment variety. There's good entertainment, but not enough variety. What, does it want me to build a hippodrome? I really don't want to build a hippodrome just yet. It wants a hippodrome. So for reference, this is a freaking hippodrome. You know what? We have plenty of population. Why not? Why not build a massive freaking hippodrome right there? Oh, by the way, it needs 150 people to man. You're doing good, you're busy today, getting ready for a garage sale, so you can't stay. Hey, that's okay, Rip Rubin. You can always watch the VOD. It's all good. Marie was here earlier. Said kind of the same thing, they were busy, so they couldn't stay long. It's okay. It's fine. There's nothing to apologize for. We all have lives. There we go. So I think we're doing really good if our houses could, like, actually stay upgraded. Maybe we need to build a few more markets. I had hoped that building more markets would improve how everything was dispersed. But even up here where we have like 3 freaking markets, these places are still struggling to get pottery. And there's a whole thing of pottery right here. So it's a little bit odd. And I can't go in and change like the specific resources to do specific things. Okay. Higher levels, however, require goods such as pottery, furniture, even additional varieties of food. As soon as a market trader passes a house which is requesting a good, the market sends out a worker to go and get some supplies of that item, so long as there is some in range of the market. Sometimes you may find it helpful to build a granary to store food or a warehouse to store non-food items close to a residential area so that the market workers can collect everything they need easily. You may want to use special orders for the granary or warehouse to ensure that they are stored the goods needed. Okay, that doesn't actually help me at all. It doesn't actually tell me a solution to my problems. The crazy thing is that we have these buildings over here that are super high tier that we're not having any problems getting pottery. And yet they're farther away from the granary or the warehouse full of pottery. It's so weird. What if... So here's the thing. There's this function in the game called Trade Center, which essentially says this is the area for stuff for trading. I wonder if the game prioritizes buildings or resources that are not in the trade center. So, like, I wonder if these markets are trying to go down here to get this pottery because this pottery is in the trade center. I don't know. This might be like 4D chess way overanalyzing things, but like, let's move the trade center down to here because I don't really care about this furniture and see what happens. See if maybe we get a little bit more pottery in this area. I do see market buyers with a lot of pottery from this warehouse, but that could just be because I built more markets. I don't know. It's a little bit early to tell at this point. But I am curious. I'm very curious. Okay, we're struggling with desirability down here still. We're just always going to have desirability issues in this area, probably. Here, Let's build a couple statues down here. Ooh. Can we keep that up? No. Nope. I think we're at the point where it's cannibalizing the desirability on its own. I basically have, like, every nook and cranny of this area desirability'd up. I mean, I guess I could put a couple more large statues back here, but I don't know how much that's gonna matter. Man, that darn school, I hate that it's right next to my medium palace. Alright, game. Whatever. I could switch out these gardens inside for statues, but I don't really want to do that. Okay, so we do have a couple areas that are struggling with food now. Even though the game still claims that we produce more than we eat. Okay. You say so, game. I think it's kind of a crap place. But we could put more houses down here. I don't want them to touch the hippodrome, though. Here, we'll do something like this. And then we can feed this in to here. And we can put more housing down here. It's got to be like a super backwater area. I don't even know how these people are going to get food, honestly. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to make sure they get food. But no promises. Fancy. Who's gonna win, guys? Is it gonna be the purple guy or the brown guy? I think it was the purple guy. Indeed. Get that bath down there. That'll get us a few more people. Alright. We need more food. Food is a problem. That's more freaking Stormy Seas. I've had so many Stormy Seas events in this game, in this mission. That may very well be the last line of farms in this area. I'm not too sure. We may be able to squeeze in some more. But I think we're going to have to go up here, and we're going to have to use this land up here. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that just yet. Try placing gardens, statues, and plaza. I hate you, game. I really hate you, game. How do we do this better then? Let's grab this chariot workshop, and we're gonna put it, like, down here, I guess. That way, hopefully, these houses here will get better access to entertainment. That's the hope and the dream, anyhow. I'm not quite sure how well it'll work. The good news is, it looks like these houses up here, well, maybe not. Maybe I'm lying. Yeah, some places I've run out of furniture. Is this really, like, the problem? Like, what if I just change this to the trade center? Like, will they start getting furniture from here again? It's such a weird thing. Also, we have a lot of wine. You might be asking yourself, why do we have so much wine? That's because the only area that actually needs the wine is this area right here. So we have a whole bunch of excess wine and, like, nothing to use it on. Well, I'm glad that these tents have hippodrome access.
Hungry? I could eat a horse.
There's not enough food. Ah. Yes, not enough food. We're working on it. We're working on it. I'm actually going to build a second granary here. This is a bad place for a granary, but I don't care. It's gonna hurt the desirability here. I still don't really care. These large casas don't have enough entertainment. I mean, it's really hard to tell what entertainment they don't have. I'm guessing probably... Oh, we easily have that, Caesar, thank you. I'm guessing it's probably hippodrome access. Or no. Yeah, hippodrome access. Amphitheater access? We'll plop an amphitheater down there. Lost access to an academy. Why? What if we just got rid of that? I wonder how many things that will break. I hope it didn't break my hippodrome. Please, game. Like, I want to make sure that they're going this way and not that way. At least I have the Emperor's gratitude. It's gonna be so hard to get 5,000. 8,000 people. 8,000 people. I don't know how I'm gonna feed 8,000 people, game. Okay. The good news is we're making a lot of taxes. We're making a lot of trade. Apparently there's still people that aren't registered for taxes. Down here. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. And over here, but nobody cares about that area. Go ahead and put a forum here. Tax these people. So, what my theory was with this granary... So, all of these people are going here. They're filling up this granary. And then once this granary is full, they're traveling more abroad. Like, they're going to this granary, or they're going to this granary. Probably not this granary, but I'm hoping if I put a second granary here to basically double the amount of storage space that's here, they won't have to travel quite so far to here in order to get that far. And that gives a little bit more efficiency to these farms, because we have a bunch of farms here that are at 100% completion, and they're not doing anything because the cartmen are all the way over here or over here. Probably not over here. So you just gotta funnel food farther, basically. And you know, we could probably just do this. Just finish that off. Might as well. Alright, that is the fullest extent of our farming on this side of the river. It sucks. Because we're not even close to our goal yet. We still need a lot of people. I think we can do it, though. I think we'll be okay, because we do have all this farmland over here. I'm not quite sure yet how we're going to reach that farmland. That actually works perfectly fine, honestly. But, yeah. Yeah, that'll be okay. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to raise the desirability here anymore. Ooh, 5,000 people. I don't know if we've ever seen that animation, so I figured I'd let it play. How could I set this up to get more temples in here? Not temples. Bleh. Statues. I'm so glad I'm trading more weapons that I don't need. Thank you, game. I don't really have an easy way to get more oomph out of this, do I? Well, we put a governor's palace down here. It's way too indulgent. But maybe it'll just, like, squeeze up the desirability a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying, game. I'm trying. Nah, it did nothing to the things over here. It may make the desirability over here better. Which we can pop an academy here at the end. That may make that a little bit better. Maybe? Not enough variety. What are we missing? Is it Hippodrome access? It's Hippodrome access. Oh, game. Please, I don't want to build another Hippodrome. Why are you entertaining these houses down here? Come on, game. Please. These guys don't need Hippodrome access. Whatever. Whatever, game. You do whatever you want. I don't need high-tier houses anyway. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of think that moving the trade center did work. Maybe it didn't. These houses are still struggling with pottery. Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe the trading center has absolutely nothing to do with that. I hope we don't get invasions over here. That'd be pretty awkward. I also don't want to... Oh, well, okay. I was going to say, I also don't want to use up, like, all of my wood over here, because I may need to build more something or other. More furniture, but whatever. Needs a third type of food. Can't really do much about that. Not enough entertainment, because of course there's not. No access to a hospital? What if we did... this? That might get access to hospital right here. I don't know. Okay. So let's start building some housing over here. Along with using this farmland. That may be too close to the farmland. Let's do something like that. Is that good? No. Stop, game. There we go. I think that's good. Is that right? Yes. And we'll also have room to put more houses down there. Okay. I'm actually really liking these little blocks of housing. I don't really know how efficient they are. Because, like, there's a lot of spots. I mean, I could put some housing in there, too. But, like, it doesn't seem like they hold a lot of people. Like, I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of housing, and I have less than 6,000 people. I'd probably have 6,000 people if I had these ones fully upgraded, though. So I would guess something like, I don't know, 1,000 people per little block like that. I don't know if that's better or worse. It just kind of is, I guess. Alright, so this isn't going to be, like, as consistent farming, but it should be fine. This is like a little bit less even terrain. There we go. What message am I getting? Employees needed. That'll solve itself eventually. I think I am going to put 2 prefectures there, though, because I want one of them to constantly be going down that way. I don't actually know if the game will be generous enough to do that, but it's fine. They'll figure themselves out. Oops, I don't need a second one there, though. And then, where do I want to put the granary? I guess the granary should go there, huh? Yeah, let's put the granary over here. Something like that. Might work a little bit better. Plop a market here and a market there. And then revere the gods. Very important. Excellent. Got a nice little block of housing here. Plop a bath there. I like to put a bath over here, but that might be fine. And with this farming super close, these houses will definitely get enough food. We have more than enough money. We're actually rolling in cash. We're actually super well off. gonna be a little bit concerning if we ever get invaded over here, but I think if we were going to get invaded over here, we would have done so already. I say hesitantly, unsure if that statement is accurate. Let's see, how are you doing? You need a third type of food. I don't... That's one thing I don't have an easy way to get, so they're just gonna have to hopefully get a third type of food at some point. Ooh. That's what that brings. So where are you guys getting your food from? Are you getting it from this granary? Probably. I don't actually know. Whatever, they'll figure themselves out. Maybe. Man, this is a nice city. I like this city. Enemies of Rome like this city, too. It all comes full circle. Ooh, they're down here. I think I'm gonna keep my legions behind the wall this time. Well, I think I'm gonna keep these legions behind the wall. And I think I'm gonna have these legions come along the side here. Ooh, this must be a big attack. We have the dramatic music playing. That must mean it's a big attack. Ooh, that is a big attack. We got more boys coming in. Oof. These guys are still no Carthaginians, though. Man, it's wild that our javelins alone can actually take care of these guys. It's such a crazy, like... I don't want to call it a disconnect, but, like... It's wild how much easier these battles are when they're not Carthaginians coming from every angle. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We'll take it. We'll take it. We take these. 20 pottery? Oh, Caesar, you have no idea. Oh, look at these. Oh, they're beautiful. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the maximum extent these houses can get. I could probably get rid of... It's gonna be a little bit weird with the fountain. Man, these guys hate the school. Man, this freaking school. Man, I hate living next to the school. It's terrible. Truly, this is the worst timeline. I mean, there's a way we can fix this. Neptune, Mercury. Neptune. Mercury. And what? We can put a couple medium statues here instead. Oh, well, they ran out of wine. Womp womp. I'm sure they'll figure themselves out. All right, let's move. Let's move this accursed school. We'll move it over there. We'll put Let's get rid of these statues. We'll put a large statue in. And like a bunch of smaller statues around it. Also, I forgot these guys technically need water. Turns out you need water to live. Who would have thought? Fill up those gardens until they can upgrade again. There we go. No, they still hate it. Okay. There's not a whole lot more I can do for you, buddy. Believe you me, I tried. Oh well, whatever. We don't need those houses to upgrade too far. How are you guys getting entertainment? What entertainment are you guys getting up here? Theater? Amphitheater? Hippodrome? No hippodrome. Weird. So, I have to have... No, there's no way I have enough entertainment for everyone. Huh. I have no idea what entertainment these guys have, but I'll put a theater up here. I may also want to put another actor colony down. I have a bunch of theaters. Where is my actor colony? It's over here. Up to 4 new actors every month. I have 7 theaters. I'm thinking it's probably time I put down a second actor colony. And the Emperor's happy with me. That's good. Okay. Man, these are nice houses, though. I say as I pat myself on the back, oh, I did a good job. Did a good job. So these are 4x4. I wonder if I could probably get rid of... this house and this house, and just like line statues in between these houses. That might be a bit silly, but it does look pretty good when it pops up like that. I mean, we could go with that for now. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased getting 3 palaces on a mission like this. These houses are doing okay down here. No clinic or hospital. I can probably put a couple doctors down here. I'm not really expecting much, but that'll also help their health as well. And health is pretty important. We don't want people dying of the plague. Other than that, it's just getting food down to this area, because it's such a peripheral area of our city. It's just always going to struggle to get food, I think. But it's not going to struggle to get hippodrome access. Oh, man. So that wasn't enough entertainment. What about that? Surely that's enough entertainment for you. How does our food look? It still says our food is low and we're producing a little more than we eat. Which technically is true. We are producing a little bit more than we eat. I mean, we can still produce more farms. We can still produce more farmland. What? What do you mean no working dock? No employees live nearby? What are you talking about? Game. Game. Excuse me. Why? Why? Why, game? What, do I have to put a house over here? Is the dock worker, like, walking this way and then just stopping just short of the houses? It's the only thing I can think of with that. Go. Okay, well now we're fully employed. That was weird and unsettling, but okay. Not enough entertainment variety, and whatever. They'll figure themselves out. Desirability? You're mad at desirability? You know what? I think they're just confused. I think the game is just not sure what they want to do with those houses. Needs access to a library? No. No access to a library. I do want... How are these guys... This is the thing that confuses me with Caesar. I have so much furniture. I have 2 warehouses full of furniture. How are these guys struggling to get furniture? I even have extra marketplaces up here. That's the thing that confuses me. I don't understand. I don't understand, game. Speaking of things that I should probably take care of, I should put a couple warehouses up here with pottery and furniture as well. Because I'm going to continue putting housing up here. Where am I going to put it, though? I'm going to put the housing here. That actually works perfectly fine. Caesarea has increased their trading. That's great. I would be more enthusiastic with that if I could actually use their imported food properly. But I have to, like, slowly trickle it into a warehouse or a granary, which causes problems. I want to put it over here. There we go. We'll plop a market here and a market over here. Fill out these gardens. Put a school in. We'll put... Baths are going to be a little bit awkward over here. Actually, no, it won't be that bad. That's not perfect, but it'll work just fine. And an amphitheater. We're also going to build another gladiator school, because we're probably going to run into the same issues we have with the one gladiator school up here. We have 4 gladiators every month, but... we have amphitheaters, And we have coliseums that both need gladiators. How does our everything look? Everything's good. We just need the population. Which the population is coming, it's just slow. Interesting thing of note is this granary is full now. Which is good, I guess. It means that we have a lot of food over here. Alright, I think, for better or worse, I think that's it. That's all the food that we can get on this map. Oh, look at those people. Look at them go. Now, it's very possible, even likely, that there's more efficient ways to do this. Maybe if I put a granary, like, in the midpoint down here, maybe that would improve the efficiency of these farms. I don't know. But overall, I think this is pretty good. And also, Mars is mad at us, apparently, for some reason. Oh, did I knock over Mars's temple and then just never build it again? Oops. That one's on me, buddy. That one's on me. I did that. It was me. Let's see. Put it there. That's fine. Just kill them. You got this. Excellent. Peace in our time. The natives are dead. Alright. We need 1,500 people. Not many. Not many people. Stormy seas again. This mission and its stormy seas is absurd. Absolutely absurd. That actually looks really nice. I like that. We're making so much money. It's really nice. This was a really nice break from whatever the heck the last couple of missions were. But I'm sure the game's going to get harder. I think it's gonna get harder before it gets easier. I mean, I say that, but this mission was a treat compared to the last one. Compared to Caesarea, I'd play this mission every day. Man, we're almost done with this mission. I haven't even been on this for 3 hours. My first run through of Caesarea was almost 4. My second run through was 3. Like 3.5, I think. What's going on down here? Oh, is my... Oh, my house is lopsided. Whatever. When these houses upgrade, they'll eventually consume those. Probably. Maybe. Alright, I'll build. No, I can't build a second one. Whatever. They'll figure themselves out. Could also put some houses here. And here. It does kind of suck a little bit because we'll have to put two fountains in, but it still kind of works. I'm basically trying to get to 8,000 population without building another block. Because building another block is actually going to be a little bit of a pain. Because I have to basically come down here and put another warehouse, or another reservoir down. Very doable, very possible. Maybe even better. Could also... No, I'd have to put another reservoir down there, too. I just don't think building in this direction is that valuable anymore. These houses down here are already struggling to get food. Oh wow, the music changed again. Nice! I don't think I've ever heard this soundtrack before. Or if I did, it was a very long time ago. Nice. I always like how the music changes based on the size of your city in this game. The more prosperous your city is, the more grandiose the music becomes. It's really triumphant. Oh, look at those sheep. Where are these sheep going? Are they going to cross the bridge? No, don't kill the sheep. You monster.
Greetings. I'm new. I'm not paid enough to fight. Greetings. The city's defenses should never.
Sorry, I wanted to hear that line. The city's defenses should never have left this sheep through. My goodness, so scary. All right, prefect, you're okay. Imagine being a prefect and being intimidated by a sheep. And I have almost this whole area filled with stuff. Let's just kind of fill a lot of this area up. Look at this. Well, it's less beautiful when my houses devolve, but we'll have to come back later when the houses are upgraded. If we have time. We're nearing the end of this mission. We just have to have these houses upgrade. That'll get us to like 7,500, maybe, ish. Then what? This is really stupid. And I'm okay with that. There we go. Just trying to squeeze a little bit more housing out of this area. Nice. So what, are these houses giving up now? Maybe. Man, they really hate living near this Coliseum now. Wonder what would happen if we moved here. I have a theory. This is probably really stupid. Let's move the Coliseum like one tile over. And then we'll fill this with small statues. There. Does that make you happy? Does that do it for you? No. There's probably a better way to set this up. but whatever. It's fine. Some gardens there to get those to upgrade. We're gonna get very close to 8,000 people. I think we're gonna get there. I don't think we're going to get there. We're gonna get close. Needs a third type of food. I don't have an easy way to get a third type of food to you, I'm afraid. What if we... Alright. Let's do it like this. Let's build a granary... Well, like right here. Specifically for... Will that work? Maybe. Because that'll concentrate the meat into this one granary, which is only accepting meat, and then it'll slowly get to these houses, eventually, I think. But also, I'm definitely starting to think that we're going to need another block of housing. Really didn't want to build another section of housing. Alright. The easiest thing to do is to go up here and build it up here. Because it's still right next to this granary, right? He needs to go out one more. Does he need to go out two more? No, that's good. Like that. Yeah, that works. Still looks a bit lopsided. I don't think it is, though. I think I'm the lopsided one. What does that look like? Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Plop a couple prefectures, engineers. The works. We'll put the works down. Our unemployment is really bad. You know what? These guys get a special donut thing. They get a library and an academy. Why not? And you know what? We're just also going to give these people their own personal coliseum. Where do I want to put it? I don't have any room for this. Here, we'll put it... We'll put it there. Why not? And you know what? We're even going to drop a second hippodrome. Where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put it? Oh, I can only build one hippodrome. Gross. Okay, well, never mind that. We'll have 80 coliseums, but we only have one hippodrome. That's the step too far right there. Fire? Yeah, I guess that does make sense. It makes sense for the worthless tents to burn down more often. There we go. Alright, what do these houses look like down here? These guys aren't evolving still. I don't think they ever will. I think it's just too hard to get meat to these houses in this chaos. Unfortunately. But this area of the town still looks super nice. Did I think there was, oh. I deleted a fountain that I shouldn't have. There we go. Problem solved. Crisis averted. Really? What's undesirable about this area up here? You have a library and an academy and a coliseum up here. Come on. Here, let's pop a couple more academies down. Mostly to soak up the unemployment, honestly. Because we do have a little bit of an unemployment issue. And we'll also put a hospital here. Because I do remember some of these houses were complaining about... Oh wait, there's already a hospital there. Put a hospital... I don't know. Down here, I guess. You know what? These guys can have a hospital. Congratulations. It's literally just me trying to get rid of unemployment. Put a library here. Put a library here. Do you want to put an academy down here? Sure, why not? We'll put it right there. We have so much money. We have so many people. It doesn't matter. Anyone not paying taxes? There's actually a lot of people down here not paying taxes. Put a forum there and there, just to collect a few more taxes. Okay, we win. Let's, I'm gonna continue governing for 2 more years because I want to save the game. Also, I don't have 8,000 people. Oh, now I have 8,000 people. There we go. So I think we have an invasion coming in July, but we're going to try to just kind of speed up through these couple of years. We're gonna be zoomy. We're gonna be zooming. We might hit 9,000 people. That'd be pretty nice. Distant battle. Enemies at the door. We should get invaded this year. And then next year we'll save the game. Man, that Coliseum is really causing problems, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, the primary goal, I really liked that I saved the game at the very end of the last mission, because it gave me a chance to kind of go over the missions and see what was next, what was coming up. Here, go after these guys. Excellent. Although, with that said, I think I am going to start the next mission. But I'm probably not going to finish it today. 10 furniture? Okay. If I had to guess, that would be my assumption. We'll save the game at the end of next month. Have massive unemployment problems, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Honestly, we could probably get rid of a bunch of these sections. We'll probably get rid of this section down here. The mood is getting uglier. People are mad because there's no... What? It hasn't been 2 years, has it?
Are you a governor or a general?
Nah, whatever. Who cares?
Your good work at Tingis frees my legions from duty in the west and lets me pursue other ambitions. You are becoming key to my planning.
Whatever. It's fine. We're starting the next mission today anyway, so it's okay.